safety car, safety car. Slow down, single file guys, single file, safety car, safety car.
Good evening all and welcome to round 5 of season 7 of the AMF GT Dev Series, sponsored by Century Batteries, Lismore, and powered by RMS, your one-stop shop for all your iRacing software needs. My name is Steve Kirk and I'm here bringing you this race broadcasted live on behalf of Podium Broadcast, and here we are tonight at Watkins Glen International for a 45-minute race. We have a mandatory pit stop tonight as usual with the GT3 GTE mixed class races. It is a clear sky in the afternoon, 30% track state, and that's brought over from practice. So as I always said, shout out to our sponsor. This wouldn't have happened without you. We appreciate everything you do for us, and thanks for coming on board. Also, the commentators for tonight is myself, Steve Kirk, and following me in the commentary box is Isaac Edwards. How you going, Isaac?
Alright guys, welcome
besides having steam suit and all the steamy stuff seen from steam trains this weekend, I'm doing pretty good.
45-minute race tonight, Watkins Glen.
So, how are you going? How are you looking at this race tonight? How do you think it's going to
go? As always, make sure you're
knowing Watkins Glen pretty well, I reckon there's going to be a few cases of a few incidents here and there. Carnage is always seems to be pretty likely on the upper staircase sections coming out into like turn 3. No, the little bus stop chicane could also. Oh, no bus stop chicane. Sorry, I take that back. We're going.
Straight through. All right.
Early or around. Sorry.
No, you go for it, mate. Go. We've already got Oliver Fullerton on Facebook. Go Wayne Hewitt.
They're not wasting the time. Yeah, there's quite a few areas around the track where it will be pretty interesting.
Sure do. It'll be an interesting race. Hey, look, obviously, we've jumped on iRacing this week and we've raced this track, so it's going to be interesting to see what these boys can do around here, and especially at the times as well. So, yeah, I'm keen on this run. So, you know, all these boys, well, not all of them, but some of them would have raced, this morning in the OEC Championship Enduro at Silverstone. Oh, I don't mind cross promoting. So the boys are back in the car for this evening to do the AMF GT Dev Series, obviously round 5. Halfway through the season so far, it's going to be interesting to see. I will start putting up the championship points or the championship standings as of next week, so you have a clear run on who's in front and who's battling for it. But I'm pretty sure that we know that Craig Edwards would be up there. Hey, Isaac.
Yeah, he's won 3 I think he's won 2. No, he's won 3 of the last 4 races, so
That's
he's
it.
gonna be up there,
He's got to be. He's got to be.
hands down.
Hands down. Alright, while the boys are taking their positions, let's jump through and have a look at them gridding up. We'll see the GT3 grid for tonight. Justin Wallace out of P1, Steve Lattimore out of P2, Craig Edwards out of P3, Tyler Blackburn out of P4, William Mitchell out of P5, Wayne Hewitt out of P6, Nathan Huppert's out of 7th, Philip Morton out of 8th, Rob J. Harris out of 9th, Chris Fraser out of 10th. Let's advance the grid over to 11th with David Miller, Gary Cousins out of 12th, 13th is Dave Clements, Chris Whitaker is out of 14th, Chris Palat out of 15th, Kenneth Ladder out of 16th, Steve Bartholomew out of 17th, Damon Mulqueen out of 18th, Matt Kidd out of 19th, Ryan Coulston is the safety car driver. So I'd say he would be the last one, and Bruce Ross in 21st. So let's go to the GT3 grid quickly. Javen Wood out of 1, Kobe Jones out of P2, Simon Ladder out of P3, Tyler Bowen out of P4, Nathan Anderson out of P5, Brady McHugh out of 6th, Scott Gamble out of 7th, Grant Manafort out of 8th, Dean Reddit out of 9th, Mark Dial out of 10th. Over the sheet we go to 11th with Michael Spithill, BJ Kennedy out of 12th, and Andrew Lang rounds out the GT3 grid for this evening. More cars than what we had last time, but hey, let's see what happens on this lovely track. I like this one. It's a decent track. I don't mind it. It's fast, it's flowy, it's really loaded up tyres, and yeah, hopefully we don't see too many people hit the fence. It's a race in Oz. Look at that front row. Do you reckon Craig Edwards is going to shoot down in the first corner and break up that race on Oz little pack they've got going here?
Likely. I've been told not to try and say anything.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say anything about race on Oz tonight, mate.
Yeah,
because
I've
if
been
you
told,
do and something happens, then it's all on.
It's all on me. So I've been told, don't say anything nice, and they may win. So
they may win. Oh, okay.
I can't confirm or deny that.
All right, let's have a quick look at the weather for this evening. Look, it is ambient temperature of 26 degrees. It's mostly cloud. It's meant to be clear. It probably will clear up. The track is 27 degrees, so it is perfect, but the wind is actually strong. So if that's going to play a factor, I don't think there's too much undulation in this track. So I don't think the wind is going to affect them too much tonight. Hopefully not.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Hey, Isaac's already trying to play favourites and not curse anyone tonight. No.
No, I'm trying not to curse anyone.
No, not tonight. No, that's all right. We'll talk about random people tonight then. Hey. Let's jump back. Javen Wood is not on track. What's going on there? And he is the P1 out of GT3, so he might have been starting from the pits. To let him go. What's going on?
It says it's been removed from, so might need to investigate.
Dan Page in the Facebook chat. Just don't say anything about them at all, Isaac. You owe Justin a win. So obviously you got blamed for the curse. But Justin Wallace is actually coming out of P1 tonight. So let's see what happens as they round the next final 2 corners. The safety car's lights are out as always, and he'll jump into the pits, and they will go on Justin's accelerator pedal.
So we go around the final corner. See how it goes.
Nice gap between the GTEs and GT3s. Look at Craig Edwards, he's itching for it already. Even look at P3 with Tyler Blackburn in 4th. Let's go.
There you go.
A nice view here as they go over the line, and Justin Wallace is going to put his foot down as they go into turn 1. Racing Oscars just jumped in front. That was Tyler Blackburn just going in front of Craig Edwards there. Everyone's making it round nice and neat. There's a little bit of 3 wide, 4 wide action coming back at the back of the pack here. Hopefully they get through unscathed as they run up into the second corner, into the main straight. Everyone's got through nice and neat. Obviously there's no bus stop tonight, so there's not going to be a major pile up down there. So let's jump back quickly to the GTEs and see how they started as they go through again. 3 wide, coming back into 2, going up the hill. Everyone is going nice and neat so far. Oh, there's a little bit of car wide, a little bit of carnage back in the field there. Dropped a little bit of speed, nothing too much. I don't see anyone crashed out or leaving.
It's 3 wide in the GT3s, nearly.
At the back of the pack here. They definitely are.
Tyler Bowen's going to have a bit of a tussle coming out of the back straight onto the... got no idea how long but that radius at the corner is. Actually pretty huge.
Alright, let's just
it's
quickly
like
jump back up the front as we look at the timing sheets, and Nathan Huppets is pushing around. There were just 3 wide around the last corner there. Everyone's trying to settle for position really quickly in the race. As you just see one of the Ferraris in front there. Just get a little bit antsy in the rear end, cold tyres and everything like that. Let it go for 1 lap at least, boys. Make it nice and neat.
Seems to be the case at the moment. Whoa! Had a Ford go really wide onto the final corner. I think that was Dave Clements. Oh, it looks like one of the redback cars. I'm going to tell one went really wide, nearly hit the tyre bundle.
As you just see Stephen Bartholomew just making a move on Dave and Mulqueen there.
The
oh, it was Kenneth Latta. Sorry, it was sorry, wrong names, mixing them up. It was Matthew Kidd on Stephen Bartholomew, should I say? Sorry.
Oh.
But they're nice and spacing out too. Not at the moment. Everyone's going nice and neat, taking it easy. As you can see, Justin Wallace is just trying to get that gap going now, and we'll see pretty much I reckon a repeat of last week without the bad ending. Back in the GT3 class, Nathan Anderson in 5th, looking at P4 of Simon Latta just then. He just wants that spot. You can see the times that he's pushing right up his rear bumper, and he really wants to overtake him. So obviously we will see a move made, hopefully very soon, by Nathan Anderson. Everyone's running pretty good. These Beamers have this field set up back in the GT3s. There is a lot of them, and they tend to win a lot. So these guys must know something I don't know about these Beamers. Personally, I don't like them, but hey, I ain't racing them.
Nah, I mean it.
Alright, so let's look at the top 5 in the GTE class, as we've seen. Justin Wallace, Steve Lattimore, Craig Edwards, Tyler Blackburn and William Mitchell. So nothing has changed very much from the start of the race in the first 3 laps. As you can see them running around turn 1 at the moment. A few cars just going a little bit wide there, but that's how you do it. Get the speed up to go onto the next 2 corners to keep the speed up onto the straight, should I say, without mixing up my words. Now let's go and look at the top 5 in the GTE class. Kobe Jones, Brady McHugh, Tyler Bowen and Simon Latta and Nathan Anderson. As you see, Javon Wood was up the front, and you can see that Kobe Jones has a nice lead already. As you see back in the pack,
Rob Harris
just going really wide there.
Oh no! Oh.
As we've seen, Rob J. Harris have an accident there. Let's see if we can have a replay of that. Go back and see what happened.
He got touched by, I think it was Chris Whitaker.
Oh, I did too.
The MT1 Ferrari 488.
Not the best place to do it either. Just sitting there waiting for the track. Whoa.
If he was able to successfully do that, he would have passed 2 cars in 1 corner, and that's a feat in itself.
Yeah, well, obviously, look, race control have better angles, and they will reverse and go back and have a look at that, just to see what's going on there. As we can jump on board real quick with Craig Edwards, he is in a race on Oz Sandwich, as we should say, at the moment, and we'll see how this race turns out. It is still early days. There's 39 minutes to go. And, yeah, that's a whole mouthful for the first, 6 minutes there, Isaac.
Yeah, I think it's been cases where the cars are all almost spread eagle.
Just watching this Philip Morton battle as well, his times are really getting a little bit closer. Obviously, he must have got a better run out onto that back straight there, and catching up behind Wayne G. Hewitt there. Oliver, give him a shout out, as they usually do in the YouTube chat. By all means, jump in the Facebook or YouTube. We are live broadcasting on both. Yes, we read all the messages you put up, and occasionally, if they're funny enough, I'll read them out. Welcome to Broadcasting Live TV. Or live racing. Everyone's been nice and neat at the moment. What's going on here? These boys, see when they do these races, they're like, they don't want to give us anything to like commentate on.
It's early hours. Early hours.
Yeah, it's early at the moment. As you can just see, just behind him, Matthew Kidd, sticking his nose down. Gary Cousins there. Damon Mulqueen, that's a bit of a weird one for me. Why is he back there? Has he used up all his talent today in racing?
Oh, the sound of things. There's no damage on the track.
I just heard from Javin Wood in the YouTube chat, I'm in the GTE class and accidentally registered in GT3 for the race. Unfortunate, mate. That, yeah. That
Mistakes
sucks.
do happen. Mistakes do happen. There's always next round.
That's why it said I was on pole. Okay, alright, mate. Thanks for clearing that up. It's always good to know.
Yeah.
But hey, just screenshot the start of the broadcast that says you're on pole. Alright, Nathan Anderson as well, going on back to Tyler Bowen. He's really putting pressure on him. As I said a couple of laps ago, time is getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah. Tyler Bowen got a really good livery, as well as a new sponsoring of Trackstar Racewear.
I've just seen someone go down this... Oh, Kenneth Ladder. Let's see if we can just get a quick replay of what happened there. I just saw the timing sheet just drop hard. Let's see if we can pick him up and see what happened to him. It's going to look like he did it all on himself. Oh!
Oh, he did.
Gets a touch up as well. Unlucky for him. Get back on track. Get back up there, mate. Don't give in. Javin Wood, I did actually screenshot it. Yeah, I would too, mate. Oh, well, we'll see you back next week, mate.
Oh, it might be a little bit of a pass here by Matthew Kidd. The car definitely looks like the livery that definitely looks like it's based on the road version of the Porsche 911.
You running trading paints, mate?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. For broadcasting purposes, we can't run trading paints. If you saw the Monday night's episode, yeah, that was a quick delete all the paints real quick.
Yeah. Oops.
Nah, it's all good. That's what happens in broadcasting. Look, we can't plan everything perfectly. There's only a few people that do it, where on broadcasting and TV there's hundreds. So, look, mistakes happen. Technical issues happen. Computers happen. And, yeah, you can't do much about it.
Yeah. So look at it, side by side, Matthew Kidd's probably going to do a pass on Gary Cousins if he gives him enough room. Yep, pass executed perfectly. Well, what's Stephen Bartholomew? Is he going to do to go? Got a pass on Cousins.
He had to get on the brakes there, man. He did shut the door hard.
Shuts the door. Look who's behind him.
We need a little soundboard. And there's nope.
Nope. The old TF2. No, TF2. I know it's Team Fortress 2, but who is it?
This is going to heat up back at the pack here, eh? We're definitely going to see something happen there. I don't think Damon's going to be happy about sitting there. So hopefully he'll, gather it together and push a little bit harder. I know Watkins Glen is one of these tracks that you just got to warm up to. Well, personally speaking, I don't know about everyone else, but I'm not an alien, so.
I've driven around Watkins Glen. It is a really fun track to drive around in if you know all the track very well. The Gary Cousins having a terrible exit out of the final corner. He's going to get passed on the straight line by Stephen Bartholomew.
And that pass just got done. I'm just looking back in the field of the GT3s. This whole train, no joke, hey, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth is all compressing. So this is going to be like a pressure cooker in a minute. I think something's going to happen here. I'm not going to say anyone's names here, but look, Kobe Jones has got a nice, comfortable lead over these boys. So let's see what happens in this one, because we've got to give a shout out to these GT3s. They drive awesomely every week, and I don't think we give them enough airtime that we should do, because these guys are absolutely doing an exceptional job avoiding the GTEs and all the like.
So here we go, Simon Lada about the almost gets into the side. Tyler Bowen, he's going to make a pass on the straight line. Is Tyler going to give an inch? Yes. So, is that Tyler? Or was
done.
Brady? It was Brady McHugh. But watch the over under. He's going to the over under. He's going to try and get that spot.
Back at him.
He's back at him, and he's pretty much regained the spot that he lost. Here we go, back to racing.
That's good driving for both of them on their part. Not only that, you know, you've got Tyler Bowen and Nathan Anderson behind them watching on, just waiting for that moment as well. As you can see, that the back of Tyler is on Simon Ladder, obviously because they've got a slow run out of that corner. And now, obviously, Simon's got a little bit more oomph than Tyler.
Yeah, lost the spot too. And he's actually he's blinking a bit. That was on my screen though, not sure about you.
These boys doing good at the moment. They're chopping and changing positions, but also you got to watch Nathan Anderson as well. He was really catching up in the back of Simon. So yeah, it's definitely going to show something soon.
And look, Scott Gamble's also joined the battle pack in the Soul Mercedes.
Yeah, well that's it, because they're battling each other. It's going to slow right down. And also, I just got to jump back up. Gary Cousins is really pushing back for that spot on Stephen Bartholomew. Also, that we have
the spinner.
Dave Clements has just had an accident. Let's have a quick instant replay of that so we can gather it up. And then we'll jump over to...
Oh, he's done it all by himself.
He's done it all by himself. Sorry, wrong camera angle there. My bad. Let's forward through and go on board with Wayne Hewitt. That's pushing right as he just locks the front right there and drops back. He was really on the back of Philip Morton. I was watching the timing sheets, and as you see in front of him, William Mitchell on the back of Tyler Blackburn as well. Tyler's usually good at the Ferraris. What's going on? The Porsche's right up the back of him. PRT's brought the fight to these boys today.
They have. Up the ante. It's got the pressure cooker going.
That's it. Craig Edwards as well. He's right on the back of Steve Lattimore. He's not going to give that one up easy at all.
No.
Isaac's trying not to say anything.
I'm trying to keep my mouth shut.
Dan Page in the Facebook chat. Lads, do you think Craig Edwards is clear front runner for the championship? Obviously, he's won 3 out of 5, I would say. 4 out of 5 and got a second on the first. He's pretty much of a... he's right up there at the moment.
Tyler's had a bit of a moment. Tyler's just had a bit of a moment, and he's going to lose us. He's almost going to lose the spot to William, but he's actually maintained that spot. Well done.
But as I was saying before, Dan, I don't think it is settled yet. Look at the inside line.
Oh, William.
It's the power out that's going to matter on this.
It will. It looks like Tyler has got a better
He's going for the distraction as well. He's going for the distraction. I'm going to flash my lights. I'm going to jump around in his mirror. I'm going to try and distract him. You missed that braking point by like half a metre, and he's going to snap him up. Porsche versus Ferrari. This is probably just as big of a fight as Ford versus Holden, I think. Craig Edwards again. He's really reeling in Steve Lattimore. Something will happen probably soon. Simon Ladder. This whole fight in the GT3 class is doing absolutely awesome. None of them, I'm not even going to say that, none of them crashed out or anything, but look, it's boiling, it's getting to a point, and then again, I will mention, this is the time that you're going to take your mandatory pit stop. If you're in a battle like this and people are slowing you down, it'll be beneficial if you just jump in the pits and do your mandatory pit stop, get it over and done with, and come back out in clean air. The GT3s haven't caught up with the back of the GTE class yet, or GTEs haven't caught up with the back of the GT3 class, should I say, yet. So the best bet is I would be pitting if I was any of these boys in the middle of that.
Seems that Damon Mulqueen is in the GT3 field. He must have done. Is it Mulqueen?
Yeah, he's already done his compulsory pit stop. He is the first. Oh, sorry, Michael Spithill has done his as well. That's why he's so far back in the timing sheets. He did a
Tyler
pretty quick
Bowen's
stop.
in.
Oh, Tyler is in. Talk of the devil. The
Tyler
devil.
Bowen
is
is in.
So look, that's the move I was just commenting on, and what I would do personally.
Oh, pass perfectly executed by William Mitchell. He's now in front of Tyler Blackburn.
Must have missed that one, but I guess this fight will not be over. But William was on the back of Tyler there. It kind of, look at the gap that they have at the moment. He has been kind of slowing him down. It is a 3.9 second gap to the back of Craig Edwards. So these boys have been dropping down the timesheets. So obviously, let's see what the PRT Porsche can do to get onto the back of Craig Edwards. And still, look at it bunching up now. Justin Wallace is slowed down. He's lost a little bit of that lead. I don't know what will happen there, but hey, that's Porsche problems. You get a little bit wide over a curb, or you hit the curb wrong. Them things are just too stiff. And you know the rear end, as of last week's race, we had so many people spin out, Justin himself as well. You just can't touch the grass in them cars.
No, they're so sensitive to all this stuff. They're like the most sensitive car in the GTE field. It's like every car has its own characteristics, and the Porsche's characteristics are it's heavy, it kind of turns like a boat, and it doesn't like being in the grass.
You sound like you're not a Porsche fan there, mate.
Oh, I do like driving Porsches. I just know the characteristics of it. That's the thing.
Aren't you Race on Oz boys all Ferrari drivers?
Yeah, mostly Fezzers. Look at this one, Tyler. He's absolutely up the backside of William Mitchell. You can see on the rear camera on board the car, he's almost filled up the entire screen. So William will be slightly terrified that it's pretty much coming at him close to that TV screen on the back of his car.
Yeah, but Justin Wallace has lost a lot of time as well.
Yeah, something must have gone
So
slow.
let's go to the fastest lap of the race. Justin Wallace 140.2. So he's still got it. Is he just pacing? Is he taking it easy?
His last lap was a 41.8.
Yeah, that's really a lot slower. So something's going on there. It's not too happy. You know, he got out there in the first, 5 laps or so and did really well and got a nice gap. And now it's kind of creeping back behind. So
from lap 7 to lap 11, 7-11, it's been a 140. It was a 140.4, 140.7, 141.2, 140.6, and 141.0. So it's kind of fluctuating it just a little bit. And I think it seems that the pressure for Wallace has just turned on.
You're going to get busted in a minute, hey, if you keep talking about racing.
I'm not. Well, I've been told not to talk positively about it. I'm talking in a new standpoint.
Nah, I don't know what's going on with these three at the moment. I think he's slowed down a little bit.
Craig Edwards trying to do an outside move on Stephen Lamb.
No, he's trying to get that exit speed. So, look,
true.
Everyone in racing, okay? Exit speed is more important than entry speed.
Oh, that's close.
He's going to go cut it real close and get the exit speed again. That's how his driving style is. If you watch the broadcast back on it, you'll see how he takes corners in a different line. This is everyone's different preference on how they drive. Obviously, Steve Lattimore's taken a little bit of a different line, maybe wider or not, to block that big beamer mate behind him because he knows Craig Edwards is behind him.
Is
and if it leaves it, Oh, Craig Edwards is coming to the pits. So again, this is going to be a point of strategy. Is Steve Lattimore and Justin Wallace slowing him down? If not. So I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to say who's a better driver, who's not. I'm just saying that this is how it goes. This is how I would make it. Tyler Blackburn as well. He's still keeping up with that PRT Porsche. So it must have not have been a point of holding down Wayne Hewitt. So he's doing good. Philip Morton behind them. Only half a second behind. And then also we just got Rob J. Harris just jumping into the pits as well to do his compulsory pit stop. Let's jump back into the GT3 class where Kobe Jones is still leading by 2.4 seconds over Brady. As you can see, the battle pack there just behind him, and you will have these GT3s come through now. So this is the point that where I said that you know, Tyler Bowen took that pit stop a little bit earlier, even though Nathan Anderson has taken his pit stop as well. So they've came out. Obviously Nathan's jumped into the pits the next lap after Tyler to try and compensate for the loss in time and do the same strategy as him so they can keep that battle alive. So this will be an interesting fight to watch where all the other boys come through, especially Brady, Simon, even Scott Gamble as well was in that fight as well. So that'll be good to watch and see what's coming through. Let's go through just to show you all the boys and who's racing tonight. You know, Michael Spithill, he was the first one to do a pit stop. He did it really early in the race. So obviously he's probably just trying to get that over and done with and get back out, get back into a rhythm. As you can see on the back of this, you can see that Steve Lattimore is right up Justin Wallace's behind because of the fact obviously lap cars are in the way. And that was Mark Dial that they just rounded over the first corner there. So look, everything is going nice and clean. Not too many major incidents tonight. A couple of spins on their own. Just Steve Bartholomew has come into the pits to do his scheduled pit stop. Tyler Blackburn on the back of William Mitchell still, so he isn't losing too much ground over that Porsche. Hopefully the traffic doesn't pose a problem to them as they're coming up on Michael Spithill in the Beamer.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll take a deep breath now.
So we look with Blackburn Mitchell to see if Mark gets out of the way relatively quickly because he doesn't want to hold up all these GTE cars. And look at that, he takes the high line. William goes past. Tyler looks like it was going a little bit squirrely there, but no, that's not the case. So it's now held in behind of Dial. So that's not going to
go well with time for him. That's not going to help him. There's just a little bit more acceleration out of them corners, or just a little bit these GTEs can. Not only that, GTEs, relatively speed-wise, they're very, very close down long straights and stuff. It's more cornering with the GTEs that I've found, and not only that, in previous broadcasts on long straights, we have showed you a representation of the difference of speed between them both. So as you see that Steve Bartholomew has came out back out of the pits right up behind Damon Mulqueen. So from the best of my knowledge, Damon Mulqueen has jumped one spot there.
So his early pit stop has worked.
Yeah, Steve Lattimore is in the pits. Not only that, Wayne Hewitt is in the pits as well. Oliver, give a shout out on YouTube chat. And Justin Wallace still up the front of the GTE class. Okay, we've got William Mitchell in second, Tyler Blackburn in third, Philip Morton in fourth, and Chris Whitaker in fifth. Interesting race tonight. These boys are being too good. Kobe Jones still leading the GT3 class. Brady McHugh behind him by 3 seconds. Simon Ladder another 1 second or so behind him, if not less. And then we have Scott Gamble and Grant Matterford. As you just see Kobe Jones jump into the pits to do his scheduled pit stop.
It seems that all the other cars have I was thinking of something, I've forgotten it.
Oh,
Dang
Steve
it.
Lattimore was right on the back of Craig Edwards though. That was out of the pits.
So
He did a
looks like
0.4 of a second stop less. than Craig Edwards. So he must have been practicing his pit stops.
No, it looks like he's lost out on that one.
Alright, let's jump on board with Steve Lattimore and go for a lap. Not quite a lap, but let's just jump back. I'm just watching the time sheets at the moment, and there's a bit of a battle between Hewitt and Philip Morton happening as well. Most people have done their compulsory pit stops, ranging all the way back through into the GT3 class. Simon Lader is the current leader. He hasn't done his pit stop. Grant Manafort is in P2, and he hasn't done his either, and Dean Reddit as well in P3. They haven't done their stops. So obviously the effective leader is still Kobe Jones over Nathan Anderson. That is right behind him, and not only that, Tyler Bowen just coming around as well. As we see, William Mitchell just jump into the pits there in the background. So he'll be doing his compulsory pit stop with Tyler Blackburn, effective leader of the race at the moment. Or current leader of the race, should I say. So it's been a quite clean, interesting race. Nothing major has happened with the boys. No race control either. That I must admit, I will make note of that as of Monday night, the race control of obviously having Ryan Colstead in the commentary booth with me for the Monday night AMF races. It was interesting to know that the feedback was positive about the race control information, that it was good for the viewers. So if I spit it out properly, Ryan will be jumping in and saying the same thing he does in server, so you can hear the race control commands or comments that is live in the race in live broadcast. I should have just said that the quick way, shouldn't I?
Yeah. So basically Ryan Colstead will become what Supercars has to Tim Schenken. Like when there's a penalty or something set that needs to be said on broadcast, they'll send it directly to the guys on the Supercars radio for all of us to hear.
That's it. Dan Page in the Facebook chat, what happened to Wallace? Yeah, obviously something did happen there, man, because he jumped from basically effective first back into
P3.
third. So yeah, Gil as well. Race control info was good last Monday. Lots more info. Yeah, it is as well. It's a constant battle of information, and we're trying to commentate and broadcast at the same time. There's so much information going on, so many numbers that are happening, and there's so many fights to watch. As you can actually see, Andrew Lang just making a move there and going a little bit wide, coming back on track with Craig Edwards in the background. That's not going to go down too well. Hopefully they hold their lines and nothing happens on the straight.
It must be some sort of a performance problem with Justin Wallace, because ever since he had pole, like for the first 5 laps, he was doing pretty well. Now he's
dropped to the 141. So
yeah, it's really weird. Unless there must have been a little error that might have happened during the pit stops. Like he's either overpressured the tires, or the tires hasn't covered the temperature to the point that he wanted it to be.
I don't think these boys change tyres, man. They just drop some fuel in it and go. The stop times that they're doing is nowhere near it. Simon Ladder is now in the pits. He was the leader of the GT3 class. Also, Grant Matterford just behind him as well. So the effective lead is going to go back to Kobe Jones in third position. He's got 2 corners to go. Come back onto the main straight in about 3 seconds. So he will take the lead, and he has got a 4.7 second lead over Nathan Anderson. He's got his hands full because if you look in the rear view mirror, should I say, he's got Tyler Bowen right on him. So this is going to be a fight. No joke to the end. This was before the pit stops. This has been happening whole entire race. As you can see them catch up on the back of Simon Ladder that just pulled out of the pits. So they've all gone back into basically the same spots that they were. Actually, Simon jumped because he did a 13.4 stop. So hopefully if he can hold out just until the next corner that these boys are actually going to make. Well, Simon's going to make an improvement of 2 positions if he holds out in the next corner.
No.
But it looks like Nathan's got past him. He's got the inside line running down to the next corner.
Gonna get close.
Nah,
falls in the line.
he's going wide, Simon. Oh, and so did Nathan. Let's see what they do, jumping on the brakes into the next corner. The point is that he's already made 1 spot, so Simon's already made 1 spot. So the fact is that if Tyler's going to overtake him or not.
That negates the whole spot, so he's not going to win or gain anything.
Well, look, as we said, is what we said as well. Look, they don't take tyres in this. The race too short for that. In Enduros, they will take tyres because obviously there's 2 mandatory pit stops in an Enduro race. So look, I wouldn't take tyres in a race like this. But it's the whole confidence thing is when you jump back out of a pit to get back into the rhythm when you're racing a car. And especially for Simon Ladder there as well. He did a really good job. He's coming back out of the pit into an instant fight. Look how close these guys are, and he's just going, that's it, I'm just going to go full noise. As he goes out, under brakes, gets through the first corner. Let's see who's got the run for the speed, though.
Nathan's
as you can see, look, Nathan's went wide and counteracted it, and he's got the speed to keep it in there. But coming down, if we jump on board real quickly with Tyler Bowen coming down, this is where it's going to go, the draft, the slipstream. This is where the aerodynamics are going to come in place. These guys are going to go 3 wide into the next corner. This is going to be crazy. Oh, it's a battle. Oh, 1 in the wall, 2 on the wall, 3 in the wall.
They're on the wall.
They're all in the wall. You could not see that happening or not. That was just amazing. You knew it was a pressure cooker. Nathan Anderson has still got out of it and still going on track. Simon Ladder, obviously, a really bent out of shape car. That was just too much crazy stuff happening there, and he's just pulling off this straight. Obviously, he's going to ask for a tow truck to come out and get him. But that was amazing. I can't say anything to that. That was just full-on racing from these boys, and you knew it was going to happen. So,
that was insane.
Definitely crazy.
There was the accordion effect too. Basically, Tyler tried to go. The gap was there.
Troy.
The gap was there. But it just compressed on him, so yeah, all of them were in the fence.
That was just you could see it happening. Definitely. Unfortunate for them boys. Amazing that what's going on. Let's just quickly jump up the front here. Steve Lattimore is on the back of Craig Edwards, and obviously the traffic's going to play a part of this, and Steve Lattimore is going to benefit from that, or it might make a negative. But if we just jump back again, Justin Wallace. Last lap 142.112. He's slowing down again.
There must be something wrong with the setup. I've got no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the setup because everyone's on the same thing. So look at the thing. Look,
weird, really
Grim.
weird.
I didn't want to do a replay because obviously these also unfold, and basically for the fact of race control, they'll probably deal with that if there's anything in there. But that was a bit of a racing incident anyway. Not that I'm race control anyway. But
yeah, it looked like a racing incident. It was the accordion.
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. Straight line speed.
Steve Lattimore up on Craig Edwards.
Got bust. So Craig must have had a really bad exit.
No, but he's got the inside line. But then Steve keeps it up there. No, he's not close enough. He's not going to close enough. He's not going to get it up there for the next corner to get the inside. No, he's not.
No.
He's going to play it safe. He's going to go right behind him.
Better be safe than
Yeah,
sorry,
but
in my
watch.
opinion.
Watch, he's got Brady McHugh in front of him.
Yeah, and
Craig
that's
Edwards
played,
already
mate.
gets through real quick.
Yeah, look at him. Look at Stephen right behind Craig. Brady might play a part in this.
Yeah, I'd be
That
flashing my lights too, man. Get out.
Yeah, the incident will be reviewed post race, but in my opinion, it's a racing incident. It was the accordion effect. It
Look,
was
if you're going to go
pretty
three
much-
wide, you know, you have that little bit of, net code, too close, whatnot.
yeah.
Project cars, mate, you can bump right into their window, you know. But iRacing, cars like half a metre to the side of you.
Yeah,
Other than
yeah,
I'm saying what's different or what's better.
Yeah, true.
So look, it does happen. Look, some races you can get real close. I've seen V8 races where you're pushing on their bumper and it's fine. It's safe as, you know, bumping doors with a few mates, you know, in practice. But when it comes to a race scenario, you never know. It could be half a metre away and you hit net code and someone spins off into the fence. Let's just jump back. Michael Spithill, just on the back of Grant Matterford. This is for P2 in the GT3 class. He's really been reeling him in, and obviously he's going to try and make a move. But he is in the outside. So we'll see what happens on the next one if he holds that speed coming out of the corner. Like, you look how close these guys are. There's no hitting or nothing. I won't say that anything yet. He's got a nice inside line running into the next corner. Hopefully these guys do it nice and cleanly and hold the speed out of the corner. Beautiful pass there. But it's not over yet.
No.
He's got the inside line to the next corner. This is where Watkins Glen will get you. You know, I think most of the passing passing on this track would be at the high speed areas. I think that's where the safest bet is going to go, because that crisscross kind of movement that you're going to get from passing someone, or you got to defend straight away. Again, as you can see, this battle going on. Oh, that was close as between Wayne and Chris. Sorry. Yeah, Wayne and Chris. That was a bit close to the back end of that car there. Or the pool.
Way too close.
Yeah, that was going to be bad. But let's go up to the front of the road. Steve Lattimore is absolutely, definitely, 100% putting pressure in this Fez on the back of Craig Edwards in the Beamer, mate. Look, we have 7 minutes remaining in this race. We're in lap 23, so they've got 23 lap old tyres. Things are going to start wearing out. So look how wide they are going in turn one. You wouldn't be thinking about doing that. Seriously, like, no joke. You wouldn't be doing that in the official, going that wide at all, would you? Because you know that was it.
Look at Craig. He places his car in the middle of the track, so passing someone in the middle of the track is near on impossible.
Yeah, but the constant joke about this Beamer mate being that wide, dude, it is that wide.
It is wide.
But look back at the start of the race. Steve Lattimore making that Ferrari wide. You can make any car wide as what you want. It's how your lines are going to go and how you're going to battle that. But look who they're coming up on the back of. Grant Matterford and Michael Spithill. They're in a fight of their own here. This is going to defend. This is what's going to happen to their fight. Scott Gamble is in P6.
They don't want to get involved in what basically is the battle for the effective lead, because if one of them make a mistake, or if Craig Edwards or Steve Lattimore...
Yeah, but this in this shot here, you have 4 cars. These 4 cars are the podium of GT3 and GT East. Now, this is the respect. Look at that.
Oh, that's too close.
Nah, it's fine, mate. It's fine. These boys know each other. They race with each other. They practice with each other. They're just going to do it. That's it.
That's a fast done.
That is 100% correct, Grim. As what I've noticed as being a broadcaster, Craig is hard to pass, and he is very consistent on his laps and how he drives that car. But obviously the car he's driving as well is not the smallest car, as is a constant joke, and it's always going.
Look, they go wide again.
Sorry for my voice, man. I am crook as well, so I'm trying to do my best tonight, guys.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm drinking beer to keep it lubricated.
Yeah. Look at this. Craig goes on the outside line.
Yeah, but
Steve's got...
because he knows straight away. Craig knows straight away the straight line speed of the Ferrari on that one, so he'll always stick to the right on that. So this is going to be an amazing finish. All right. So before this finishes, okay, because there's 5 minutes left, and I'm pretty safe that these boys are not going to move over the next couple of corners. Let's do it, and let's go through the whole entire field. Obviously, you know Craig Edwards is up front. Steve Lattimore is P2. Justin Wallace is in P3. Tyler Blackburn in P4. Nathan Huppets as well is in P5. Let's go back to 6 with Philip Morton. William Mitchell in 7th. Chris Whitaker in 8th. Wayne G. Hewitt, shout out, in 9th. Damon Mulqueen in 10th. He's slowly moving up the pack through through the traffic and all the rush as they go around the PRT car of what's that? Chris Palat, yeah, he just got overtaken. Steve Bartholomew in 12th. Chris Fraser in 13th. Kenneth Ladd in 14th. Gary Cousins in 15th. David Miller in 16th, and Rob J. Harris unfortunately had that accident that's put him down in the 17th spot. Let's go back to Kobe Jones in the first of the GT3 class. He's got a nice lead there, and he has led from the start. Let's go to second and Michael Spithill, third Grant Matterford, fourth Brady McHugh, fifth Mark Dial, sixth Scott Gamble, seventh Nathan Anderson. A good fight with him. He's dropped back a little bit as well. Andrew Lang has done a good run tonight from last position into 8th. Dean Reddit is behind him in P9. P10 BJ Kennedy, a good, solid, safe run from him. Tyler Bowen as well has dropped back after his good fight. Well, obviously that accident as well, but he's back on track after his fast repair. And so is Simon Ladder. Dropping back to 18th in class, 30th overall is Dave Clements in the Ford that had an accident as well. So that's the whole entire field tonight. The closest we have is Nathan Huppets on the back of Tyler Blackburn. He's 0.2, as you can see by the screen. That's another pressure cooker about to happen. Moves are going to be made. Nathan Anderson on the back of Scott Gamble. Just going up the inside there. See what happens there. But Scott Gamble will have the inside line into the next corner. So obviously that position will hold out for now. The exit of this corner is probably going to define who is going to win. As you can see that Nathan Anderson has the inside line in to the next corner, so he's going to get that spot safely. With the time running out to 2 minutes 40, we're trying to hurry up as Steve Bartholomew is putting the pressure on the back of Chris Palat and going back up into Nathan Hufford in P5 with the GTEs. Is putting pressure on Tyler Blackburn in front of him. But the battle for the now is Craig Edwards and Steve Lattimore. This one is the one to watch, and also third and second for the GT3 class that is just behind them. So this is going to be an interesting end to the race as I'm trying to still speak. My throat killing me. So Isaac, by all means, it's all yours.
Cheers, Steve. Just looking at the battle between first and second, Stephen has seemed to have lost a bit of ground over Craig Edwards. But he does it again. He puts the car on the outside, but he slips it down on the inside, knowing they can kind of break the stream of the Ferrari. But he is so smooth, so consistent. He knows how to plant the car, and he knows when to prevent the car from pass. It's not intentional blocking. That's just fair racing.
No, well, look, the fact is, all right, if you've got a piston in a race car like that, just jumping through the field while I'm talking as well. Nathan Huppets is still on the back of Tyler Blackburn. I just want to I'll put it on broadcast that if anyone's going to make a move in the next lap, as you can see David Miller moving on Gary Cousins as well. He's going to get that move done. He's on the inside line into the next corner. That's P15-16 for the GTE class, and that's that move done. He will go in the inside line. We have one lap more to run, but Steve Lattimore is 0.1 at the back of Craig Edwards at the last timing sector. So he is still putting the pressure on till the end. I think Craig is going to come away with a sweat dripping off the aftermath one because he's actually got real hard pressure today. Same as Nathan Hubbard's on the back of Tyler Blackburn. I think Tyler's going to be... Oh, this is going to be interesting to see as well because you've got the biggest fight ever happening, 2 and 3 with Michael Spithill, Grant Matterford, and then you've got not only Nathan Huppets, and Tyler Blackburn coming through. Bad camera angle. Let's see if we can change that to see what these cars are doing. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the fight a little bit, and it does as well because obviously Grant Matterford and Michael Spot, who has been split by the GTEs. Unfortunate for them, that was ending to be a good fight. But look at Nathan Huppet still on the back of Tyler Blackburn's car. Steve Lattimore still on the back as the time runs out, and it will go the final
Right
lap.
now.
Is
So
it?
This will be.
It will be the final lap. This is the final lap. Steve Lattimore has less than, what, 3/4 of a track to make a move. This is where it's going to get fun. Steve Bartholomew again on the back of Chris Palat. He's making moves. Tyler Blackburn as well. He's got overtaken.
Gone wide.
He's got overtaken by Nathan Huppets. Nathan Huppets has just made the move. Also, Steve Bartholomew as well. He's gone wide into the next corner. Let's see what happens. Let's jump back up to Steve Lattimore and the Craig Edwards fight. This is doing really well.
Craig's gone wide in one of the corners, and the gap's kind of reduced itself.
That's all right.
So,
they've got a few. Let's
there
go.
you go. Two more corners to go.
Tyler's got to keep on it. Tyler's going to make a move. He's got to get closer back on the Nathan Huppets fight here. Let's see what happens there. He's going to go put his nose out. He's late on the brakes. He really wants that back. Steve Lattimore again. This is another one. Look at this. Fusion Sim Racing versus Race on Oz. Craig Edwards is pulling away, and that's it. It's over and done with. Let's quickly jump back to the Nathan fights and see what happens here on the last corner. Unlucky for them. Fusion Sim Racing gets the battles over. As you can see, Nathan Huppet's coming on the back of Justin Wallace. That was a close end to the race there. Whoa. Now let's jump back through.
So it'll be Race on Oz 2-3.
Brady McHugh got close to Grant Matterford at the end. It was only 0.1 of a second. Andrew Lang as well. That's a good fight around the last corner. They were very, very close. Pretty much that rounds it out. That is all what is done and dusted. I tried to keep up with everything that was going on through the last final laps. I know it kind of lags here and there sometimes, but I do focus on who is winning. Tonight I thought I would focus on where the action was and not stick on one car as so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast tonight. It is not over yet. We will have all, or not all, we will have the guys in the commentary box as you see the times run down and everyone doing their burnouts, their laps, whatever they want to do. What a race. My throat's killing me. No funny jokes. But that was definitely a good run from Fusion and Race on Oz tonight.
Yeah.
I definitely think that was a good inter-team battle between both of them. In many positions, obviously, you saw first and second there. Craig Edwards again, like, come on, man. Like, how many times has he been in the comment box? Steve Lattimore as well. I think he's going to have some words as well. Like, dude, that was a really good race from him. Unfortunately, look, he had battles the week prior, and obviously, you know, he didn't get in the comments box of what he should have. Same as Justin Wallace, he had a bad run as well. Unfortunate for them. But
hey, I'm just looking at the results. Sorry to butt in. So the top three are reversed. So Justin was pole, finished third. Craig Edwards started third, he finishes first. Stephen Lattimore dead on second.
Yeah, second. But look at that, mate. Yeah, exceptional run from all these lads. They did amazing job tonight, man. And that was, yeah, definitely amazing. So, as we wind it down, yeah, I think so, Gil. Yeah, struggling a bit, but I've got to call the race, mate. I've got to make it entertaining for you lads to sit here and watch. And while I'm talking, I just want to shout out to Century Batteries in Lismore. Thanks for coming on board and helping out the AMF GT Dev Series as a major sponsor. Without you, this would not happen. Also, just got to shout out, we are powered by RMS Software. Thanks to Dave Clements. Without him, we wouldn't have the software that we run and what we do. Keep tuned for the RMS on Facebook. Also, while I'm on the mention of Facebook, if you're not watching on Facebook, go watch it. If you're not watching on YouTube, go like the Facebook page. Aussie Mixed and Fixed. It's yeah, you'll find out what goes on not only on Sunday night GT Dev Series, you will also find out what happens on a Monday night that is absolutely fun. I'm trying to tone it down here. It is fun as hell, not only to watch, to race, and to commentate on. We started broadcasting it as well. It is, yeah, it's fun. It's very fun. You would have saw last Monday night we had the V8s, but obviously next week it'll be something different because the track changes and so does the car. So you don't get settled into one car and one setup. You get thrown into different things as well. So it's interesting. So always tune in on a Monday night as well. from the Podium Broadcasting boys. So let's see who we have on the results. Okay, let's get this welcome off and let's go through the results and see where everyone ended up. Craig Edwards obviously took out the win for tonight in the 928 Beamer Mate. I'll call it mate because I'm an Aussie. All right, so second position, Steve Lattimore. Third, Justin Wallace. Nathan Huppert's in fourth. Tyler Blackburn as well in fifth. That was a massive fight. 1 through 5th. It was a massive fight. Philip Morton was in there really early as well. William Mitchell was having a crack of it. Chris Whitaker jumped up as well. Wayne Hewitt. Ollie, give him a shout out in 9th. Damon Mulqueen, a stellar driver as well. Let's go over the page to... Let's go this one. Chris Palat in 11th, Chris Fraser in 12th, Kenneth Latter in 13th for Shove Motorsport, Dave Miller in 14th for Redback, Gary Cousins as well. You saw a really good fight between him, Dave Miller, and that early in the race. Rob J. Harris unfortunately hit the wall. Steve Bartholomew in 17th, Dave Clements as in 30th, 2 laps down. Obviously had a major drama there. Matthew Kidd in 31st, and then you had Ryan Colstead, that was the safety car driver that we didn't need tonight. And then let's go to the GT3 results. Kobe Jones absolutely clean sweep the race tonight. Nice and easy. Well done to him. He totaled it. It was amazing. He stayed on the lead lap as well. That was a good feat for him. I haven't seen it yet in the broadcast, but Michael Spithill out of second, Grant Manafort out of third, Brady McHugh in fourth. He's a privateer. Go sign him up, someone. Mark Dial out of fifth. A good battle as well. Nathan Anderson in 6th, Andrew Lang in 7th. Good run from Andrew. He started last. Scott Gamble as well in 8th. Dean Reddit in 9th. BJ Kennedy in 10th. Tyler Bowen in 11th. Simon Lyder in 12th. Obviously having that bit of a fight there, and obviously ended up in the wall for both of them. And Javon Wood unfortunately did not start the race because he registered as the wrong. He was meant to be a GTE class. Wow, what a race tonight, mate. What a race.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very interesting race. All drivers seem to be doing pretty well. No tussles, no incidents here and there.
Look, we had one bit of a fight. Look, and that 3 car into the wall, and then obviously we had, a couple of spinners here and there, but on their own. Nothing too major there. But well, look, while we're talking, I think we'll try and bring in. See if he's in chat. Let's jump to GT3s first.
Yeah, Kobe Jones.
No, it'll be Grant Manafort.
Yep, he's on there.
Is he in there?
Yep.
I'll bring him on down.
Alrighty.
Let's do that. Let's bring him on down and move him into the broadcast commentary. Grant Manafort, how you going, buddy?
Hey, Stephen Isaac, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How's the race tonight, mate?
That was an awesome race. It was busy from the start to the finish. It was some good close racing there tonight.
Oh, there was, mate. At the start of this race, basically about 3 laps in, from second all the way back to 6th, mate. Yous were within a second of each other. That was amazing racing and how it kept clean for so long. Interesting. So, do you have your hands full tonight then?
Yeah, no, I had my hands full. I was trying to keep on to the top 5 there. They were all line astern until the GTE sort of started coming through, and it broke us up a little bit before the.
I did see that towards the end as well. That obviously there's the GTEs were coming through and messed a little bit of order up. There was a good fight there at the end, but yeah. Yeah,
no, it's always awkward when they're coming through, but yeah, I had a great battle there with Michael Spittle, and yeah, it was good racing, good clean fun.
Yeah, well, cool, man. I got to say congrats on your podium for the GT3s, man. More than welcome in the commentary booth anytime. And also, while you have the open mic, give a shout out to your team, your sponsors, or anything like that, mate. Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the Pulse Racing team sponsors, Sensory Batteries, CM Security, our supporters, Arbicon and Australian Waterproofing Company. And really appreciate RMS and Podium Broadcasting for supporting AMF, and for Ryan and Justin putting it all on.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Congrats on your podium in the GT3, mate. That was good results from a good stellar drive, mate. And definitely go back and watch this broadcast through. We did cover you boys throughout the race tonight. try to focus a little bit more on you GT3 guys down the back because you do a stellar job every week, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
No worries, mate.
No
Have a good
worries.
one.
See you next time.
Will do. All right, let's bring in P2 of the GT3s and bring in Michael Spithill. How you going, Michael?
Yeah, not bad. How about yourselves?
Oh, not too bad. That was a bit of a full-on race.
Yeah, it was. Interesting.
Oh, well, it was definitely. How was it for you, mate? How was the pressure?
Oh, starting that far back, I didn't think I'd actually get up there, though, but a couple of cars fell off and it just fell in front of me.
I don't think that fell, mate. That was driving ability.
Grant was making it interesting once he came out. I saw him in front of me and I was going for it, then he pressured me back.
You got to give it everything in this one, mate. But P2 at the end of the result, and you got across the line, and it was all safe and done. But well done to you guys. You did an awesome race tonight, mate. We did cover a little bit more the GT3s tonight, so you will go look back on the broadcast, and you'll see yourself in there.
Yeah, it's good to be up here. Last week I did a crap quali and didn't even make it to split one.
Yeah, that's a bit weird for you.
Yeah, I kept off tracking, got one lap.
Oh, that's it. It's just bad quality's going to make it that way. But look, yeah, you as you can tell from tonight, mate, you're a podium driver. You should be up here every week and in the comms box yarning with us.
Yeah, to be honest to you guys, this is the first time I've ever done this as well.
Oh, well, that's all right, mate. You're welcome anytime, all right? You just drive straight, drive nice, and we'll come in here and joke every week if you want.
Sounds like fun and friendly up here.
We might like to make it fun. We like to make it all fun. Fun and games and not too serious. Well, while you've got the open mic and you're in the commentary booth, mate, and you took out P2 for GT3s tonight in the top split, by all means, the mic is yours, mate. So give a shout out to your team, your sponsors, or anyone you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Redback for actually giving me faith in being able to do this, and all our sponsors, LeBlanc, Cedar, Inzen, Bow Repairs, RMS, who's run by our own Dave Clements, who runs this series with his software. And I'd like to thank RMF Ryan and all that for putting on this series, and you guys for broadcasting it.
It's our pleasure, man. Well, congrats on your P2, mate, and go and enjoy it. And thanks for joining us in the commentary booth. And we will see you back on track for round 6 next Sunday, mate.
No worries, guys. I'll see you then.
All the best, buddy. All right, so while we're in GT3s, let's bring in the winner of the night. Kobe Jones has taken a clean sweep of the race. Welcome, Kobe.
Hello guys, how are ya?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright.
That seemed like a nice cruisy drive for you. What's going on?
Kind of speechless at the moment. I didn't expect to even race tonight.
Well, not only did you race, you made it look like a Sunday drive, bud.
Oh, I wouldn't say it was Sunday drive. I was still pushing as hard as I could.
You can tell with 12.6 second lead.
Yeah, that was not expecting a gap that big at the end.
Nah, that was an amazing drive, mate. No joke, from start to finish, mate. You did it really well.
You.
You did it really well. I'm not playing it down by all means talking to you. Absolutely exceptional drive. You drove it basically corner after corner, lap after lap, mate, until that checkered flag came down.
Yeah, it's pretty much redemption for what happened at Monza a few weeks ago.
Remind me.
Yeah, I got caught up in the crash at Ascari when I was about 5 seconds out in front in first, and then dropped to like 6th and came back up to 2nd.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, at least look at what you've done tonight, mate. Watkins, Glen, you've got 12.6 seconds on the lead there, mate. That's no feat. So, by all means, we did cover a lot of the GT3s tonight that I said to the other two boys. By all means, go back and watch the coverage, mate. You will see it on there.
Thank you.
But while you're in the comms booth, mate, you are the winner of the GT3 round on Top Split tonight. You have an open mic. Give a shout out to all your mates, your fans, your sponsors, your teammates, anyone, mate. Go for it. Are you there, Kobe?
seen for a
Oh,
fossil?
I've lost him.
Yeah.
There's no shout outs.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
he just dropped. Oh, well, Kobe gives a shout out. If he comes back on, he just dropped out on the internet and stuff. So if he does come back on, I'll chuck him back in and give him a shout out. I think it's only fair. But while we're here, let's bring in Justin Wallace, third position pole setter for the night of the GTE class. Let's move him into broadcast. How you going, buddy? Justin?
Hey guys, how are ya?
Good.
Good, mate. How's your run?
Yeah, it was alright. It was interesting.
I gotta ask you a question, mate. What happened, bud? You slowed down a bit there.
Yeah, I was going pretty hard to try and keep that gap at the start, and I think I just knocked the shine off the tyres a little bit and came back into the other guys, and then at the pits I put the wrong number fuel in and was saving fuel for the rest of that race after that.
So it was fuel saving. Okay, cool.
Yes,
Nah, 'cause
it was,
We're
the
watching
wrong
your
way.
times. We're watching your times, and we're watching the gaps, and we're like, nah, there's something. There's got to be something wrong here. So
Yeah, I was almost 7 litres too little, so I was.
you didn't carry the one.
No, that's it. I did some on the fly maths and it didn't work.
So look, mate. Okay, look, 2 weeks in a row, you've had mishaps happen. So
Yeah.
we got to put bets on you for next weekend, mate. All right.
Yeah, my qualifying time's good at the moment.
Yeah, well that's it. You're on pole,
Yeah.
mate. What's going
Keep
on?
that going.
So look, straight off the bat, mate. Three race on Oz cars, 1, 2, and 4. You know, you had Craig Edwards in the mix, mate, and that big shark of a Fusion Sim Racing mate. So look, you had pressure off the bat. All right, I had a little bit of a buffer with Steve just dropping into second there. You got a wicked lead. You did get a good lead in the first 3 or 4 laps. And that's when I was like, oh, we're going to see a repeat. So hopefully, you know, you can just keep that gap and nothing happens with tyres touching grass. Yeah, but obviously, you know, the fuel saving, a little bit of an incident. That's 2 weeks in a row, mate. I got to put money on you for next week.
Yeah, I'll work it out. Third time lucky, hey.
Yeah, that's it. I think you need to go and get some like crew chief and just add 1 litre, you know.
Yeah, I should.
Oh, well, mate, while you're in the comms booth, mate, once again, by all means, you've got an open mic. Give a shout out to everything you want.
Yeah, thanks to Harvey Bay and the Race on Oz guys. Yeah, and thanks to AMF and you guys for putting this on. It's cool.
No worries at all. And Justin, I'll see you back here next week, right?
Righto, boys.
All right. All right, let's bring in the team boss of the man we were just speaking to, Steve Lattimore himself. Steve, how you going, buddy?
Not bad, fellas. How are you?
Excellent, mate. You sound like you got a smile on your face.
Nah, yeah. I should have made that last little move on him, but
I was waiting for it.
Nah, dude, I'll take the second place.
Well,
I need a good finish after those internet drops and
Yeah, last week's.
yeah.
I just had the same conversation with the other teammate of yours, Justin. He's had 2 weeks not good in a row.
Yeah, scream away at the start, and sadly an incident catches him in the, or not this week, but last week was the incident into turn 1. And this week, yeah, just a lack of putting fuel in and having to save, and he done a brilliant job. He said he put in like 7 litres less than what he should have.
Yeah, even to get over the line. And as you can see, Nathan Huppets was catching him. No joke. As coming through the last, 2 or 3 corners, you can see that Tyler Blackburn was having a fight with Nathan. Nathan got through on him, and Nathan was actually catching Justin before the finish line.
Oh, well,
So he got across with, like, I'm not joking, probably about a second or so. I don't know the exact number, but if you watch the replay on it, that it was pretty close. That he must have been choking or getting close to the end.
I'll have a go at the replay tomorrow at lunchtime or something like that. But very happy to have the 2 Race on Oz cars on the podium.
He started. Look, mate, straight off the bat, 1, 2, and 4, straight off from the start. So you did an amazing job.
Yeah, Justin, he's been getting better and better each and every week. He's going to be dominating me in no time. And and Ty, yeah, he's been putting in the hours and getting a lot of seat time lately in the car, and he's just been getting better and better in the GTE.
I've noticed that as well. Yeah, from GT3s to GTEs, Tyler's really shone.
Yeah, he's stepped it up a level.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna have to watch out for both of them.
I don't know, man. You're in the mix at the moment. You're in the middle.
Yeah, I don't like being in the middle. I'd rather drive away like Craig.
Yeah, well, look, Justin had the lead at the start, you know, but that's the thing of it. He's had 2 hard weeks. You know, you as well. You know, you've had an issue last week and stuff like that. You boys should always be up the front. And by the start of the race, without any dramas, all 4 of you were up there. So, no, it was an awesome race from all of you. Really good, and it's sad to see that certain little issues create issues or major issues through a race, because all you guys have the ability to be up there as well. I'm talking about Nathan as well and Tyler as well. You know, Tyler should be up there as well.
And Trent when he shows as well.
Yeah, yep. So look, that's just
each and every week. You know, you don't have those little issues. It might be technical. It might be something going on track. But yeah, we should be, you know, door to door, bumper to bumper, close racing. And like tonight, me and Craig, and it was absolute awesome fun.
Well, Steve Lattimore, you have the open mic. Congrats on your P2 of the GTE 3 class and the GTE class, should I say, on the top split. By all means, give a shout out to all of your sponsors and your team.
I'd like to thank Harvey Bay Race on Oz, all the boys over at Race on Oz. The guys done the OEC tonight, today. They've done a pretty good job over there for their first enduro. And yeah, all the sponsors over at the forum, too many to mention, as I say each week, or when I'm ever in here. But yeah, thanks guys for the broadcast, and AMF for putting it on.
No worries, mate. Well, no doubt we'll see you back here again very soon.
Well, hopefully the Gremlins won't get me next week, and yeah, I might see you again.
No worries, mate. You have a good one.
See you, fellas.
See you, mate. He is becoming a regular in this combo. I swear to God, he should get out of the car and grab a microphone and jump in and commentate these races. Craig, Fredo, Edwards, welcome to the combo.
Good evening, gentlemen.
You're back again.
So it seems, although I feel a little bit like this is the first time this season I've won on true merit, so I'm pretty happy, right?
Well, what's it? 4 firsts, 1 second?
Yeah, I know. I feel like I've picked up the other people's pieces the other 3 times.
It doesn't matter. A win's a win.
It is a win.
Come on, mate. We all know. We've all seen, the Fast and the Furious. Doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile, mate.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it, man. You did a stellar drive tonight, though.
Oh yeah, I had to get in front and then elbows out for the rest of the race. It was
No, but again, like, even let's go with you, the Fusion Sim Racing boys, even back to Nathan Huppert's as well, making move on Racing Oz boys for the last 3 laps. Was awesome to watch both of you have that, have them, wins as such.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's Nathan's win in the AM class, so he was pretty happy before. He was relaying his run through the field with his undercut to me as he came through in that last bit of the race. So I look forward to watching that back and see. Yeah,
we tried to cover as much as we could of the last minute battles over here in the broadcast. So we got to see a lot of what was going on, especially the main fight that was going on was not only Steve Lattimore right up behind you, but as well as your teammate Nathan Huppert's on the back of Tyler Blackburn, and ended up getting this position with a couple of laps to go.
Nice work.
Because even you guys, how did you handle? Did you even think of the fact that 2 laps to go, that you were coming up on 3rd and 4th, that we were in a battle for GT3s?
Yes, and it was actually quite tricky tonight with the GT3s because they had more top end speed down the straights. So we really needed them to cooperate with us and let us by a little bit. which by and large they really did. They were really quite good. So I got to thank them for that. But yeah, it was a bit hairy trying to pick the right time to be going by them without compromising your run so much that the guy behind could get a run on you.
Yeah, because we had a shot. I think it was to the top of my head. I think it was like 2 laps to go, where in one shot there was the 4 cars between, first and second of the GTEs, and then second and third was a good fight for GT3s, and you were all coming down, the main straight at the same time. And it was like, oh, how's this going to play out? Who's going to give away for the GT3 class? Who's going to back down for Craig to come through? And yeah, it was good to watch that you all got through nice and cleanly, and everyone had respect, and you still carried that battle for the next 2-3 laps.
Yeah. I didn't see any kind of angst in the groups that I was in all race. It looked like pretty cool.
Oh, well, once again, mate, you got the top step. You've won the top split, and you're on the top step of it. You have an open mic. By all means, give a shout out to all your team, your friends, your sponsors, and go for it.
Yep. No worries. Thanks very much. Yeah, big thanks to Nathan tonight. The rest of the guys at Fusion Sim Racing, powered by AWS, and our other sponsors: Dripping Paint Graphics, Eclipse Signage, and Carter Plus.
You just cut out at the end there. Go for it again.
Oh, sorry, what'd you miss? Carter Plastering and Dripping Paint Graphics and Eclipse Signage.
That's the one. Craig Edwards, as always, congrats on your win, mate. It was well deserved. It was very entertaining to watch and broadcast on. And we'll see you again for the next round.
No worries, gentlemen. Much appreciated.
No worries, mate. Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, as we wrap it up for another broadcast, my throat is killing me. I'm just going to put him on the spot here and bring in Mr. Ryan Colstead into the commentary booth. I did say I was going to put you on the spot here.
Yeah, you have. I was mid-conversation with you guys in the other room.
How's race control tonight, mate? I didn't hear from you.
Race control was a breeze tonight. I didn't have to give out a penalty. I do have 2 post-race incidents to look at. They were very, very close to the end of the race, so generally I don't make a decision on them in the race when it's so close to the end. But yeah, it was a very, very good race on show, as you guys I'm sure saw. Very, very clean. I have to shout out to all the drivers this season. The driving level's gone up one, and their respect for each other is definitely there. You can see it in the way they race. They're all giving each other plenty of room. They're all being very, very polite but respectful as well, while still racing really, really hard. You see a lot of door-to-door racing and then not coming into each other, so it's been great to watch.
Yeah, well, that's it. I thought I'd bring you in because you are my commentator for Monday night, and I thought I'd just touch base on that before I end the broadcast, that we do broadcast AMF on Mondays.
Yes, we do. Looking forward to a good race tomorrow night. We've got the Radicals at Twin Ring Motegi East track. Radicals they're an interesting car. It's something I've never gotten the hang of myself, but I'm sure it'll be a good fun race to commentate.
Yeah, I was about to say that. How can you sum up a Radical? Interesting would be probably the one you'd want to use.
Generally, I die in them. I'm never good in them at all. I really can't drive them, but they are a brilliant sounding car, and they've got a lot more downforce than what you expect they have when you first jump in them. They are good fun to drive. I've never mastered them myself.
Well, that's it. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for jumping in. Well, you didn't really have a choice. I kind of just dropped you on that one.
Not a drama, anytime.
But thanks for jumping in. And also, as he said, tune in to AMF tomorrow night, also on Facebook and YouTube, and the same channels that you're watching now. By all means, jump in the chats while we do broadcast. As you can hear from tonight's broadcast, that we do read what you say, and if it's funny enough, I will reply. Also, thanks from Isaac for jumping in the commentary booth once again with me. I am Steve Kirk. This is Podium Broadcasting, and until next time, by all means, I'll see you on track.
safety car, safety car, safety car. Slow down, single file guys, single file, safety car, safety car.